Hey guys, so I'm just gonna get set up for today's yoga. So just give me 1 second here. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay, so this is gonna be 30-minute yoga class. It's gonna be super accessible for anyone that hasn't done yoga before, or if you just want a very gentle class. The focus is gonna be on breath. And the idea is it's going to be something to get you away from the news, to bring your mind away from all of the COVID stuff that's going on, and to really go inward. This COVID stuff is a great opportunity for you and me to dive a little bit deeper inward, because we are so distracted in our daily lives with lots of external stimulus that we never really give ourselves the chance to do that. So hopefully this is what will happen for you today. Okay, let's get some music going. So we're just going to begin by taking a seat here and finding your breath. So when you're taking the seat, what you want to do is make sure that your sit bones are planted evenly on either blankets, a bolster, or the mat, and lengthen your spine. Okay. And close your eyes and slowly begin to connect with your breath. As you're doing that, I'm just going to make sure I'm even here. There we go. Just noticing your inhale and your exhale. Allowing yourself to get a sense of how your body feels in this moment. Can you notice the stress? Can you notice the calm? Just taking this moment to become aware. And then slowly beginning to lengthen the breath. So lengthening the inhale. Pausing and then lengthening the exhale. And pausing there. Allowing yourself to settle into this space. And to bring your awareness deeper. I invite you to set an intention for our next 30 minutes together. This could be to gain more awareness of your body in this space, or to simply embrace and accept how you're feeling in this moment. And now removing the bolster blocks, or just making your way onto your back. Running your feet out, arms by your side. You're going to bend your knees, lifting your feet off the mat. And then you're going to take the tops of your hands, the palms of your hands, and place them on the tops of your knees. And on your inhale, you're going to push your knees away from your chest and keeping those legs floated off the mat. And on the exhale, you're going to bend your elbows out to the side and bring your knees in towards your chest. This is called Apanasana. And it's an excellent pose for releasing. So what I'd like you to do is visualize yourself releasing here. Inhale to push away and exhale to bring knees into chest. And as you're exhaling, releasing any stress, releasing any worries. Maybe inviting a lengthening of breath. This class, this moment isn't about achieving, it's about being curious about your body in this movement. Now what you're going to do is take your left leg, wrap your arms around it, hug it into your chest, and straighten out your right leg. Finding breath here, connecting with that breath. Bringing that right knee back up. And taking that left leg, stretching it out. And hugging the right knee in towards the chest. You may want to draw your attention to the palms of your hands as they pull against your shin. And perhaps as you push your shin against the palms of your hands. Getting a little bit of tension here. And now, hugging both knees in towards your chest and rocking slightly from side to side, warming up the spine. And then planting both feet solidly on the mat. Allowing your fingertips to touch your heels here. So your feet are about hip distance apart. What you're going to do is engage the core slightly and you're going to push up into bridge pose, allowing the glutes to protect the low back. Going as high as is comfortable for you. And then on the exhale, you're going to round the spine back down, landing on the mat. I invite you to really become curious about how the spine is moving. So connect with the base of your spine as it lifts off the mat. And then notice vertebrae by vertebrae as you start to lower your spine back on the mat. These small movements that we do every day that we really don't give attention to. Pausing at the top of your inhale and then beginning your exhale, then beginning to lower your spine, your torso back to the mat. Pausing here, and beginning to inhale again. I invite you to bring in the arms if you'd like. So on the inhale, raising both arms up, doing that semicircle. So lifting so that the arms are stretching out behind you. Pausing here, and then on the exhale, we're going to semicircle the arms all the way back around. So that the palms of the hands land on the mat at the end of the exhale. Pause, and then inhale again. Pause and then exhale. Moving with your own breath now, really connecting the breath with the movement. While wrapping your arms around your knees as you bring them into your chest, rocking gently from side to side. Now you're going to place your hands out to the sides. You're going to make a T. Then you're going to drop your knees so slightly so that they land on the mat. So you're coming into a gentle twist. So if you're looking towards the left, so the side where your knees are, this is a gentle twist. If you'd like to turn your head in the other direction and look away from your knees, this is a little bit more of an intense twist. So deciding what type of twist you would like here and allowing yourself to connect with the rhythm of your breath. Perhaps closing your eyes. Noticing how this twist feels for you. Now bringing the knees back to center, feet floating off the mat, and then you're going to drop your knees to the other side. Again, deciding, do you want to look towards your knees or do you want to look away from your knees? Yogi's choice here. Allowing yourself to be fully supported by the mat, by the earth, by the floor underneath you. And closing your eyes, going a little bit deeper into this pose. Tugging your knees into your chest now. This time we're going to rock up and down, and you're going to slowly rock yourself into seated, and then we're going to move actually into tabletop. So you're going to place your knees underneath your hips about shoulder width apart, palms of hands on the mat. We're going to find that flat back. So really playing around with where neutral spine is for you here. Finding that flat back. Just noticing the gravity, the weight, and how it moves through you. And then on the inhale, we're going to round the spine up. And exhale to tabletop. And then you're going to inhale, curling the stomach towards the mat, lifting the head and neck up. And then exhale, we're going to go all the way into that rounded spine, dropping the head and neck. So we're going to move between cat and cow at the pace of your own breath. A lot of focus on the spine here today. So perhaps taking your focus and noticing where the movement is beginning for you and where it's ending for you. Finding that neutral spine now. Finding a little bit of strength, so I invite you to really find some tension, pulling from the palms of your hands all the way up across the shoulders, down the spine, down into the knees. And then on the inhale, you're going to bring your right leg back. We're going to start with our toes on the mat. Heel out, pushing back against the far wall. And then on the inhale, you're going to engage the core and lift that leg up. It doesn't matter how high. What matters here is that the core is engaged. If it feels right for you, you're going to take that opposite hand and you're going to reach it forward. So now you can find a line from your heel to your fingertips. Finding that line and engaging. Inhale to reach. And then exhale, you're going to bring your knee in towards your elbow. Inhale to reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Moving with your breath here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Coming back into tabletop. And as you land here, just moving your hips from side to side. We're going to go into the other side. So you're going to take the left foot, bringing it back, pushing that heel out towards the back wall. On the inhale, lifting that heel up, engaging the core. Holding for a breath. And if it feels right for you, lifting that right arm forward. Noticing that line between the fingertip to the heel, perhaps strengthening it, perhaps focusing on engaging the core. Inhale to reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more movement here. And then moving back into tabletop, shaking those hips from side to side, and then moving from the palms of your hands, pushing all the way back into child's pose. So you're going to reach forward from the fingertips, you're going to sink your buttocks onto your heels, and relax your forehead onto the mat. Allowing your body to be fully supported by the mat here. Perhaps choosing to lengthen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. On your next inhale, coming up to tabletop. And on this exhale, we're going to go straight into downward dog. So you're going to curl your toes under. Then you're going to push from the palms of your hands, bringing your hips up and back, coming into downward dog. Just allowing yourself to embrace how you land in this pose. On your next inhale, dropping your knees, landing on your mat. And on your exhale, pushing back into child's pose. On the inhale, coming up into tabletop. And on the exhale, curling the toes and moving back into downward dog. We're slowly warming up the body here. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale, pushing back to child's pose. Inhale, coming back up to tabletop. And exhale to downward dog. On your next inhale, you're going to come forward to plank. So option here to go into a full plank, so coming up onto your toes, or dropping your knees to the mat. You may want to drop on the first round, engaging through the core, and then lowering very slowly, keeping those elbows tucked in, lowering to the mat. Placing the tops of your feet along the mat, allowing yourself to breathe here. So we're going to take a minute and be curious how it feels to be on the mat. On the inhale, pushing energy through the palms of your hands, opening across your shoulders, coming up into Cobra. So going as deep, I don't go deep in Cobra, but going as deep as you would like, lifting up as deep as you would like. You can maybe go this deep. And then exhale, coming back down. Inhale, coming into that tabletop one more time. And then on the exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, coming forward to your version of plank. No right or wrong here. Exhale, lowering to the mat. Inhale, pushing up to Cobra, opening across the shoulders. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, coming up to tabletop. And exhale to downward dog. On this inhale, you're going to slowly and consciously, there's no rush here, walk yourself to the front of your mat. And then you're actually going to land in forward fold. So you want your hips about, your feet about hip distance apart, and you're going to fold forward, dropping your head and neck. Slight bend in your knees if you have a low back issue. Inhale, placing those hands on your shins, coming up so that you are in halfway lift, and exhale, folding back down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, folding to the mat. Inhale, rooting to rise, pushing through the soles of your feet, sweeping your arms up, bringing your palms together and palms to heart center. Inhale here, and exhale, drop your hands to your sides. Really rooting your feet into the mat here. And on your inhale, envisioning pulling energy and strength up through the soles of your feet, bringing that into your body. And inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up wide, reaching through your fingertips. And then exhale, hands down by your sides. So I really invite you to connect this movement with your breath. Inhale first, and then lift up. Pause at the top, begin the exhale, then begin to lower your hands by your side. Perhaps choosing to slow this movement down, choosing to go deeper into your body, into your breath. Becoming aware of how sacred your body is. So much goes on with just a simple movement. On this inhale, we're going to open across the shoulders, drop the palms, head up and back. And then on the exhale, we're going to curl under. We're going to bring the palms of the hands to the backs of the hands are facing one another. Drop the head and neck. Inhale to open. And exhale to protect. Coming to stand in Tadasana once more. Inhale, reaching the arms wide. And on this exhale, you're going to fold forward, hinging from the hips, coming into a full forward fold. Inhale, coming up to halfway lift, lengthening through the spine, flat back if you can. Exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, lowering to the mat. Inhale, pushing up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale to tabletop. And then exhaling right back into child's pose, resting your forehead on the mat and allowing yourself to center to ground here. You're going to be placing your hands in front of you, or if you'd like, by your side. When you're ready, pushing up off the mat and coming to lie on your back once more. As you're lowering down, you're going to keep your knees bent, feet flat on the mat, making sure you can reach them again with your fingertips, lifting that right leg up, crossing it over the left. Okay, so now you're going to reach both hands up, lift up the left foot, reach the arms so that they're coming around and linking behind the left thigh. So you're going to imaginarily push that right knee away from you as you bring the thigh towards you, coming in to thread the needle. And unwinding, you're going to place that right leg back. And this time you're going to keep the left up. You're going to cross it over the right. You're going to lift the right foot off the mat, reaching your arms around and grabbing behind the right thigh, pulling towards you, pushing the left knee away from you. Option to keep this right leg bent or straight, yogi's choice. Allowing the shoulders to drop to the mat and just finding your pose here. Unwinding. Once more, wrapping your arms around your shins, hugging your knees to your chest. And then coming into our final resting pose this afternoon, into your Shavasana. Hands by your side, allowing yourself to fully release into the mat. We're going to spend just a couple of moments here. So get comfortable if you need a blanket, put a blanket around you or over top of you. And allowing yourself to fully release any tension or any stress. Closing your eyes. Perhaps you envision yourself in a safe place for you. Or maybe you decide to connect with your breath. And slowly beginning to bring movement to your fingers and toes. Stretching your arms out behind you. And rolling over onto one side. And then making your way into a seated position, meeting me here. Finding your arms resting by your side. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, palms together, palms to heart center. It was a pleasure practicing with you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste. Join me again next week as I will be broadcasting another 30-minute live yoga.